Hey, hi everyone. Good morning and welcome to our live stream early today for non members. It's holiday, guys. Cash markets are closed. We thought, like, let's open it for all early. Naveen, Surendran, Elliot, Mark, 350. Welcome, all, guys. Good to see you. Hope you all had good weekend. Market just came down to fill the gap. Gap is filled. It is getting a reaction right now. Although there is still some room for ES to do the gap fill. Dow is still up 150 point. Russell just did the gap fill. So Nasdaq and Russell have a gap fill. ES still has 11 points to go. Is it only about the gap fill? Let's see. If it is bouncing, we might punch a small long. But right now the pressure is down. SPY and QQQ won't move today because the cash markets are closed. So it's mostly futures. Half a day. Remember, the trading stops at 12:45 Central. Sorry, 12:45 Eastern, 11:45 Central. So all the positions must be closed before that. 11:45 a.m. Central. Noon Central or 1 p.m. Eastern, the market completely halts. So 15 minutes before that, I think that's where all the prof firm expects you to close your trade. A little bit late here to short. Also, there's no immediate reaction of the gap fill. That's why we are just watching patiently right now. Trying a small long. Yeah, it's going to be slow and not much movement kind of a session as the cash markets are closed. So I don't think 9:30 will have any imbalance or any big movement. US holiday. China also has a holiday. Mhm. Okay. Yes, going for the gap fill. Looks like. So it's 9:30 open, which is not really a cash open. Only for today because of the President's Day in US, markets are closed. Options, stocks, everything is stopped. Only futures are moving for today. In Canada also we have holiday. It's called Family Day holiday here. Looks like ES wants to do its gap fill. ES has 6 points left for its gap fill, but Masters should know the reason. There is a good chance that we bounce here before the gap fill on ES. It is possible to bounce. Bridget, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Claudia, welcome. Thanks for joining. So we are looking for the gap fill trade. Nasdaq just a slightly negative. ES still has 7 points remain for the gap fill. But apart from the gap fill, is there any selling we can expect in this kind of volume? Less likelihood. We'll see. So this should rotate back up at least to 800 level so that Nasdaq turns positive again. Yeah, just waiting for ES to do his gap fill. I can add one more instead of cutting this trade. I would just stay patient because I'm not going to short in this volume. I don't think I'm going to short. Hi, good morning and welcome. So they are slowly chipping away all the stop losses. There's no real selling going on, but as long as people trying to go long, they're hitting their stop losses. And ES almost about to do the gap fill. Now 3 points remain for the ES gap fill. I think I'm just going to wait out for the ES gap fill to happen. Mhm. Okay, there's the gap fill on ES. Okay, let's get our 5 contract in. Will not get many opportunity to trade today. Hopefully, this is the one trade. Mhm. Mhm. So this is interesting. I will have to cut this trade. I cannot hold beyond this point. 85. Yeah, the gap fill is done. It should have bounced. ES is sitting at a midpoint area. That is what we are waiting to get any reaction, but it is starting to close candles below that midpoint. So this is what we are looking for. Nasdaq to rotate back to the midpoint and ES to hold this midpoint, but now ES starting to cut through the midpoint. If we are closing candle below this midpoint, I don't want to be in the long. This is what we are looking for, the bounce. Sorry guys, kids are at home today. So this is the state of the market we have right now. Nasdaq, like looking, I don't know, it looks like it wants to take out that low for Monday. Like at least for tomorrow's open, it might flush whatever or whoever went long in that area. If today we finish red, overall, like it's basically market has not done anything right for last 5-6 months. It has struggled, goes up, falls down, goes up, falls down. Any bounce we have always comes back to take out those high or lows. Yes, slightly better than Nasdaq. It's still at least it's at least trending small. Dow and Russell are still strong. They're still in the process of pushing one more new all-time highs. That is Dow for you, and Russell also overall strong as compared to Nasdaq. But it's Nasdaq which is struggling a lot. So looks like we are finally getting a reaction now. A little bit of flush below that midpoint. Let's see, we want to have candle close above this area for this trade to work out. Can we get a candle close above this ES midpoint? So yeah, we want some candles to close green here. That gives us chance to get a reaction of that area. Yeah, we're starting to get reaction of our midpoint. So obviously we are looking to hold this until Nasdaq reaches its midpoint. So as we start exiting some contract, all we want is Nasdaq to come back to its midpoint, 803 area. Midpoint for the day or for the hour? I mean, I think I don't think market will try to do much here today. It might try to stay flat. Worst case sell off, but I don't think it is trying to rally above the midpoints, or it's going to have that holiday volume grind higher kind of a day, because overall sentiment are still bearish. So they might just finish flat or slightly in green, just like they did in the overnight. So one thing, if someone is really bullish, can look for or hope for is the overnight highs. I mean, apart from this overnight highs, right? Best case scenario, overnight high. Mid case scenario is the flat finish, and the worst case scenario was the sell off. That's why I went for long. I generally don't average on like that. But guys, today on a holiday volume without institutions involvement, it is very difficult to sell off. They were just eating or creeping through those stop losses slowly. But midpoint or slightly green is what generally happens on this kind of volume. So little bit of chance I took today, but it's okay. It might pay off. And it was more to do with the ES gap fill. Nasdaq gap fill was done. Obviously, Nasdaq was going to go through its midpoint. For ES to go for its gap fill, Nasdaq cut through its midpoint so that ES can get to its midpoint. And if you don't have appetite for one red candle below your level, guys, then you cannot trade bigger size. You have to have like little bit of wiggle room that one candle can close below your area. Yeah, best case scenario, if this plays out, if it keeps, let's say, grinding on a lower volume, it keeps going, creeping higher, higher, and higher, it could challenge overnight highs. So you can see, right, the shorts must also be going through the same frustration which longs suffered here in this area. Short desperately is trying to bring this into double bottom or a new low, getting irritated here, right? Why it keeps pushing green candle after green candle after green candle. It works the same way, right? Both direction. Nobody can escape their share of, loss. So this is headed into the midpoint. That is a magnet. We know that it will attract the price into that area. Just matter of patience, holding your trade, and you will get your target. 803.25 is the number, and hopefully we'll get out for the profit on that last contract as well. One thing which is slightly risky is we don't have a lot of volume, and it can become easy to manipulate. Like for someone who puts a big order can really stop our progress into that 803. But if it was a normal day with the cash market open, lot of volume, it is less likely someone will try to manipulate ahead of that midpoint. We have masters at in ES. That's what I'm watching. Masters level is capable of giving a rejection in ES, but it's okay. I think it's just matter of one more candle. We should be able to tag 803, 802, something like that. 800 also has volume. We know might give us a reaction. If someone is really like getting jittery here, they should take profit at 89, 99, 800, whatever works for them. 800, I would take my profit. Can it go beyond 800? Yeah, it can go. It really depends what we do once we reach 800, 803 area. But for the sake of this trade, I think I'll exit at midpoint and reassess what market will do at 803. Maybe cracks above it, comes back to retest, we might pick up that long. Or if it rejects 800, 803, we can short, why not? Can it miss the midpoint? Yeah, because of the lower volume, it can miss. Come on, one more attempt. Teasing us, right? Okay. You have to have a lot of patience, especially on a day like today when there is not going to be a lot of volume in the market. You have to be really patient. Are we expecting this kind of a midpoint rejection and a new sell off into a new low? Hmm. No, I don't think so. I might add one more to this long. Come on, catch a bid, catch a bid. Get it done. Now it's your opportunity. Get it done. Come on, good boy, good boy. Do it. Relieve us of our misery. Get that 800 done. 803 would be the final. Yeah, so this is what we expected, right? Base case scenario, finish around the midpoint or like do now chopping around midpoint. That's what starting to happen now. We are just chopping. We are going to chop here, consolidate sideways. There could be small 5-10 point scalp which can be made around this 800 zone, 780, 770, and maximum 810 on the upside, 20-30 point range consolidation. It's risky, RDGD. I mean, where are you going to find the volume, guys, to do the huge sell-off today? There's no institution, there's no trading desk open in the world. China, I don't know, is it holiday in Europe? North America mostly is holiday. China is a holiday today. No news, no headlines. Hard to sell the market on the lower volume. I'm going to add one more. Gold market is closed in China for 6 days. Oh my god. No movement in gold now for next 6 days. It's down 1% almost today. Cube Gift, good morning and welcome. Thanks for joining. Happy Family Day to you, fellow Canadian. Yeah, expecting some chopping to begin now. Like we had one like flush from the pre-market into, like, there's no market open today, but into 9:30 we have small dead cat bounce, pullback. Hopefully we start chopping here, some back and forth action. That is what we are looking for right now. Oh, they are continuing the morning drama again. Nasdaq can make a new low if this weakness continues. ES might give us again a reaction from its midpoint. It's coming back into that midpoint one more time. So yeah, ES coming right back into the midpoint again, looking for a reaction of that area. But Nasdaq has a potential of a new low here. Watching that ES midpoint closely for any reaction. Yeah, this is the point where we do expect to react back up. So next thing is Dow gap fill now. Dow is 50 points away from the gap fill. Yes, Nasdaq and Russell gap fill are already done. Dow is the last one now in the queue. Go for the gap fill. I think that is what Dow is trying to do right now. Any double bottom buyers for Nasdaq? Mhm. Hmm. Yeah, first I was expecting it. We did expect it to go into midpoint and little bit below it. This is like bit unplanned. Clearly, Dow is going for its gap fill. I think the downside will not be finished until Dow does the gap fill. Dow is now 30 points away from the gap fill. Downward pressure might continue, but at some point, like Dow might do that last 10-20 points on its own, while Nasdaq and ES will not make any new lower lows. This is the final flush coming on the Dow. 825. So Dow gap fill almost about to be done. I told you, right? At some point, while Dow can complete its gap fill on its own, Nasdaq yes may not make a new low. They may already start going back up. That's what is at least we are starting to see. While Dow can do its stuff on its own now. It doesn't need any more help for that. There it goes. That last candle on the Dow coming. While Nasdaq not may not make a new low, or yes may not make a new low anymore, but Nasdaq has one level actually 68. We want it to tag. ES may not make a new low. Yeah, hard to say. They're almost at the lows. But yeah, we are close. Again, one more time for the reaction point. I can add one more. I have 5 contracts. I can play for this small range today. 68 is where I could add one more. Or I might just avoid. Just let 4 contract is enough for this risk. Yeah, there's the new low in ES Nasdaq. Yeah, new low got printed in ES and Nasdaq. Yeah, if this reversal happens, it is going to be, you know, I think this one is going to bring us into the midpoint for sure. Ideally, I would have preferred 68 low. We have 78 low right now. Nilesh, thanks so much for subscription. So yeah, guys, this year so far, to be honest, it's very disappointing. We haven't, I mean, we can't do much. We have to trade this creepy price action because market has really stalled since last October. You can see, right? It's completely flat. I mean, the whole lifeline of this market is big tech, right? And if Nasdaq and the big tech does not rally, it is struggling like this. I mean, it's difficult to sell and it is difficult to go long. Every day we end up on this non-committed market, which is not capable of, going back up, not capable of selling into the new lows. It is just, tight range bound activities each day, and it reflects in our trading, right? I cannot trust the sell off. You cannot trust the rallies. It's always stalled. Constipated market. It's called stagflation, you idiot. Oh man. Yeah, we want, I don't know, like this big tech disappointed in these earnings, right? Last 2 weeks ago, we had all the big tech report their earnings. Apart from Apple, I think even Apple sold off last Thursday, Friday. That was the reason for sell off. So nothing impressed. Broadcom and Nvidia are the only two big tech names which are yet to report. They report later, I think, end of February or March. Let me see. Nvidia goes first. Yeah, Nvidia's earning is on 25th of February. So that, I don't know, can really do something for this big tech or Nasdaq if it has good earnings. And Broadcom reports on 4th of March. Blaze, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's slow. It's creepy price action today. We are looking for the midpoint retracement on Nasdaq. Nasdaq right now down 83 point. Can it recoup its 83 point and get back flat before this 11 a.m. now or whatever, like 12 p.m. finish? Yeah, 8 more minutes of any more bullishness in this reversal, because then we have top of the hour. That will be a different story. Buyers are trying to doji the hour bar, I think. Yeah, I think that is where we have opportunity here to push into 760, 770 area. Mhm. Oh, that's a very bad candle for top of the hour. They might make even a new low now. Mhm. Mhm. So Dow has finally filled the gap. On that previous pop, it had missed few ticks. In fact, it had left a tick behind to go back up. Came right back down for this top of the hour, fill the gap. Might go a little bit lower because there must be some liquidity here because of this pop. Oh man, this is like really testing our patience. To be honest, on a normal day, this creeping sell-off can really get accelerated in this kind of a area. It can really start hammering down because then some volume can step in at such new lows. But given it's a holiday, banks are closed, whatnot. So hope that kind of a foul play does not happen. And after all this gap fill and maybe small stop losses, it rotates back up just like it did here. We'll know it. We are very close right now for that kind of a behavior to play out. Obviously, I think it goes back up. That's why I'm still long. We had 68. I was talking about it. On that low, I would have preferred 68 as a final low on the Nasdaq. It chose 78 at that time. Here's that opportunity for Nasdaq to get that 68 tag done. We are heading to previous week low. Which would be this area, 24,578. No, I wouldn't bear up at this point. I do expect 68 tag to happen. That is what I am waiting. Because that's our new paradigm level. Masters at 571. We'll see. As of now, it is Dow Jones gap fill. Just like we had a reaction on ES gap fill. Can we get a reaction on Dow gap fill now? ES gap fill had a reaction earlier in the morning. Now it's turn for Dow Jones to give its gap fill and a reaction back up. Come on, come on. Yeah, it will happen. So that previous week low, I do think it can happen, but for tomorrow morning open, yeah, why not with the volume? That's where it will be more fun for them when many people can be trapped, many stop losses can be run through. They would save that kind of today nobody, only people who are little crazy like us to be trading the half a day session also are going to get hurt. If they do that, price action tomorrow, many people will get hurt, especially coming back from that holiday. Many people will be involved, many volumes, will be there to run through. That taking out previous week low, stopping those longs who got into Nasdaq ES long on last Thursday, they get stopped out. It will be more fun for them then. So this is what we are referring to, or Anaya was referring to, is this low. Like, are we heading for that previous week low? I mean, with this volume, no. Tomorrow's volume, yes. Tomorrow, when the market open, big volume involved. Yeah, double bottom will be like really fancy for the market. Today, with this volume, very difficult task. I say we go back up here. ES has a level, I told you, right? ES has a level which could reject. So we did expect a pullback or pause here.
According to Politico, Trump calls California UK energy deal inappropriate. And Politico citing a phone interview with Trump on the California deal. We have posted the article on the feed for those interested.
Hey Prashant, good morning. Welcome. Hmm. VWAP, yeah, I mean, yeah, it can happen. We have 803. We still believe 803 can happen, 800 can happen, but we'll see how it gets here. It really depends. So Dow Jones and ES are both positive now. Russell can get back to positive. Nasdaq might finish slightly red. Well, that is a good problem to have. Funny. Come on, come on. Don't make us wait till it lasts. Closing candle. Mm-hmm. Come on. If this pops into view up, we can close our stream, call it a day. We will not wait for that last 15, 20, 30 minutes. Mhm. Yeah, we had at least four small flush as compared to three upside movement. So yeah, sellers bit stronger today. Generally, you don't expect on a low volume day to have downward pressure. So there's the 68 coming. We really wanted that 68 to happen. Finally, they are making it happen. 58, like here, 2, 3 occasion, and they now are getting it done. So much of drama before that 68 could happen. That's our new paradigm level. Actually, that's why we on this sell-off we wanted 68 really to happen so that we were more confident on that bounce back to the VWAP or 800 zone. Now they have, after doing all this rotation, finally about to tag that 68. There's the 72, 68 tag. Hopefully it is about that. Still don't have six.
Disconnected.
Ideally, I would have preferred 68. It turned around before 68, just at 70, I think. 70, 75. Straight performance. So as of here, we were down yesterday on. I mean, we didn't take a profit So here's my family portfolio, which is still flat for last. I mean, this is flat, guys. Year to date, I haven't had much gains. You can see that since January, like last year, December. By December, I was up around 67%. It's still 67%, 1% gain. Basically, it has tracked, like, I don't know, it's been flat because market had a little bit of push. I didn't participate there, and then a pullback where I'm still flat. On our new paradigm portfolio, yeah, we have taken a hit. Obviously, we didn't take profit. We were up like 50%, 13%, 20%. We didn't take profit, and on Thursday, Friday sell off, we dipped. But the market itself dipped. So we are still beating the market, but we were up at some point 12%, 13%. We didn't take profit. Yeah, so overall, okay. I mean, we are not, like, at least not losing bad. We are still tracking well ahead of the markets. The thing is, we need market to move, guys. If market is not going to move, I mean, market is going to be in this kind of state. The gains are not going to be great. Imagine, like, we get this kind of a market. This will be awesome. I mean, this is nothing. There is nothing happening in the market. But yeah, still fine. Not very bad. In spite of losses, we are still doing well. We are still up past 2 months 4%, while Nasdaq is down 3% and S&P is flat. We are close to 4%. And that long-term portfolio I have 2 years 1 month still up 68% as compared to S&P, which is up 44%. We're still not shorting in the long-term portfolio or in that new paradigm portfolio. We haven't taken a short. I mean, for me to short the market, I have to have a good, I don't know, good reason. Like, this is not a good reason to short. Like sideways price action, I would still prefer buying the dips. Like here, even in the or live streams and intraday trading also, you can see it. I still prefer buying the dip. That is much easier. I can sit in a long for hours. Cannot sit in a short for hours, because if at any point they reverse, when you are stuck in that short. Can we get some bullishness now into close spin? You're bullish for 2026 ES 7500? ES 7500. Yeah, why not? It's not a big deal. Yeah, 9-10%. Yeah, I would go for normal 10% gain. Mhm. Once again, sell-off begins. Make sure you take advantage of Valentine's Day deal from Legends Trading. They have buy one get one free accounts. Use code RDGD. 30% off on their apprentice account, but when you purchase one account, you get one free. 30% off elite account, and I'm not sure if the deal is for elite account also. It should be elite. It's not funded, right? Yeah, both the accounts should have one buy one get one free. I'll try to get few for myself. Mhm. So can we get one bullish push, guys? Top of the hour, I know, and it could rotate down for top of the hour. Mm, come on, one push higher, and we'll close the trade. Yeah, starting to push higher. Yes, yes, finally. Finally paying off. We stayed long for entire 3 hours. Finally paying off. Come on, you can do it. You know you can do it. It's holiday. Banks are not trading. Come on. We cannot fall, like, like, I cannot get impatient now. Finally, like, it is that one last spell where there is at least some bullishness. I need to at least hang on to this trade. Uh, as long as I can. But yeah, obviously I'm not going to lose from this point. I'll not let it come all the way back down. Okay. Let's take one more out so that one last contract we can hold with little comfort. So whenever this trade close, we'll call it a day. I would recommend even you should start wrapping up because market finishes at 1 p.m. Eastern. There is electronic close at 1 p.m. Eastern for the futures. Prop firm requires you to close your position 15 minutes before that at 12:45. It's already 12 o'clock, right? So yeah, don't have your trade open all the way into that last 1 minute. Come on, nice, nice. Push it. Poll time. Start a poll. Do you think NQ will go back up into VWAP, which will be around 24,770 area? Simple yes or no. There's the poll for you guys. Do you think Nasdaq will go back to VWAP 24,770 area? Get your votes in. See how it pays out. It will be a quickie. It's already 12:09. 1 o'clock market finishes. I have a trade on, looking for at least a higher high here. As compared to these highs, expecting a little bit higher high. Do you think it will happen, or do you think that Nasdaq can finish red? ES is green right now, Dow Jones is green. It is enough. We don't need to have all the four markets in green, right? Two can finish green, two can finish red. Apex, yes, you can still pass an evaluation in 1 day. Only thing which you need to be careful is once funded, you cannot take more than 30% loss of your drawdown room. Meaning, for a 50k account, you have $2,500 drawdown room. So when you take your first trade in a 50k funded account, you cannot have drawdown of more than $750, which means like if you are losing $700 in a trade, you should cut that trade. And in the next trade, now out of 2,500, you have lost $700, so remaining $1,800. 30% of $1,800 is $540. So in the next trade you take, you cannot lose more than $540. So there is a 30% of your overall drawdown room rule for a funded account. So they don't want you to have one open trade and utilize entire drawdown room in one trade. At least lose 30% of whatever drawdown room you have. Let's say you go above buffer. Now instead of 2,500, you have $4,000 drawdown room because you have 4,000 profit. So $4,000 drawdown room times 30%. So in any one single trade, you cannot lose more than $1,200. 30%. No, they have 30% consistency. 30% consistency is different than 30% drawdown room. In Lucid Legends, they have, I think, 30% consistency rule, which means like whatever is your highest profitable day cannot be more than 30% of your overall profit target. So that is there with most of the from 30%. For the withdrawal, you need to have one biggest day, which is 30% of your overall profit or less. That is different from a drawdown room. In Lucid Legends, you can utilize entire drawdown room in a single trade. So yeah, get your votes in, guys. Right now, we haven't 38 votes in, but it's not, yeah, 50% each, right? So get your vote in. People are divided whether we will go back to VWAP, which is 24,770 area, or not. It's pretty close right now, the voting. How many accounts do you copy at a go? Maximum 4 to 5. Like this trade is getting copied to 5 accounts, right? One primary account, 3, 4, 5 account. Yeah. Again, today it's a lighter volume, less risk for a huge sell off or something like that. But yeah, on a normal day, I would not risk more than 4, 5 accounts, 5 maximum. I can further reduce it to 2, 3 account, but the problem is you'll not get big moves throughout the day, right? It will be mostly in the mornings, 1 or 2 big moves, and most of the time it is scalping in the afternoon with 3 accounts or 2 accounts. Direct funded account, considering daily drawdown and withdrawal rules. I think Tradify is good, but they have 20% consistency rule. That's the thing. To be honest, I prefer evaluation, passing evaluation, and trading those funded account. They are a bit easier for the payout than purchasing direct funded account, which is bit tough, right? With their very low consistency requirement, 20%, 30%. I think Legends it's good. Check out Legends. I think I haven't traded their direct funded account. I have mostly traded their evaluation and then got funded. 20% consistency rule can be a little bit, frustrating. You'll have to trade, and you have to and the problem with the direct funded account is you need to make more buffer before you can withdraw. I prefer, to be honest, evaluation, passing an evaluation, and those funded account are much easier for making payout than purchasing direct funded account, which are more expensive, less very restrictive or less flexible for payouts. But yeah, somebody who wants to save time, like they don't mind, right? Even if I pass evaluation, it is going to take me 4 or 5 days. Then I pay the activation fees. It will be total 10 days. What if I just start trading in a funded account and slowly gather that nest or buffer? Yeah, go for Legends funded account and the Tradify funded accounts. Which copier do you use? I use 2 trade copiers. One is from Replicanto, Flowbots Replicanto trade copier. I also have affordable indicator trade copier. That also works really great. Alright guys, so I'm going to end the poll. So far 56 votes in. Another 2 minutes I'll wait for you to get your votes. Do you think like we can go back up into VWAP, or do you think VWAP is a very difficult target here for the Nasdaq? It will finish red. It won't tag VWAP. It won't turn green. Two more votes, then I can close the voting. It's 58 votes so far. Can we get 2 more votes, please? It's anonymous. It's not going to display your name or your choice to anyone. It's anonymous, only you will know it. Do you think it is possible for Nasdaq now in next 20 minutes to go into that VWAP? Or if you feel like it's going to go sideways or lower, you can vote no. Only if you feel yes, then you vote yes. Okay, we got the 64 votes in now, 63. And here's the result, guys. Pretty much split, but 52%, slightly higher voted it would go up into the VWAP.
10 minutes time now at the bottom of the hour. ECB's Villeroy speaks at the AEFR conference on geopolitical fragmentation in Paris.
Your top 3 recommended prop firms with evaluation account considering drawdown 7 withdrawal policy. Top number 1 would be Take Profit Trader, no doubt. Zero, like confusion, absolutely clear,
In
right?
5 minutes' time at the bottom of the hour, we're expecting comments from ECB's Villeroy, who speaks at the AEFR conference on geopolitical fragmentation in Paris.
Day 1 withdrawal, there is no consistency rule. Make as much money as you can, especially if you are having a good day, you have a buffer, you make a lot of money on that day. It can really give you freedom, guys. If someone gets to that stage where like here, like wasting time on a slow day like this, versus like they are a good short trader, they prefer sell off days. Market moves big, like on Thursday, Friday we had 600-700 point down movement in the Nasdaq. Trades one big day, makes a lot of money. Entire month, they don't care. I mean, it can really bring that comfort, that flexibility someone is looking for, especially someone who is looking to build a big buffer. They are tired of getting in this vicious cycle of evaluation, getting funded, making a small profit, and then eventually blowing the account, again restarting the cycle. If someone is really in that mindset where, okay, it's okay, I understand not every day I'm going to win, it's okay, I can trade patiently for few days, gather a buffer, I'll not get like too edgy to make a withdrawal, let that money sit there for 5,000. I get a one big day, it will make it $8,000-10,000 and I'm through now. All I need to do is not be very greedy, use that 10,000 room or 8,000 buffer I have to make daily $500-600 and withdraw every day. As soon as I'm up $500-600 above that buffer, I really want that 6,000-7,000 buffer in my account, and I make 400, 500, 600, 200, whatever I make with one or two trade, I withdraw daily. It can be like an ATM machine, guys. Someone really need to use it wisely. They can really learn how you will trade your personal money, respect your personal money. Take Profit Trader is the best choice. Others, to be honest, are that loop, right, where waiting for 7 days, waiting for consistency rule. It is not possible for everyone to survive 7 days. It is not possible for everyone to consistently make profit each day of the week, each day of the month, because one big day you have to stop. You cannot make more profit that day. And to be honest, in my experience of trading, even I trade like mostly okay, mostly bad, just like you. But there are few occasions when you're fully locked in, right, where you get everything right. It just keeps moving in your favor. I really want to make a lot of money on that kind of a day. Here's the attempt now. One more attempt. Go into that VWAP. Take Profit Trader is too good. Funded account, yeah, you really cannot like compare it with others. Others can never get close to it because they have 5 days wait, they have 7 days wait, they have minimum $200 per day, 5 days in a row to be able to withdraw. They have 30% consistency rule. It is easy to fail in any of those criteria, especially for new trader. But if someone is really like they get adrenaline, they get like real what you say, like I am so pumped that I'm making money every day. I will be wise. I'll be like, careful. I understand the significance of making $500 every day. It helps me pay for my other evaluation account. It helps me pay for my activation of PA account of other accounts. I can use it as a, that golden egg laying chicken. You can really, go, like, do wonders for yourself and your trading and your confidence. But if someone is like, I want to make 20,000 in first day itself, and they blow their account, nothing is changing. If someone is really determined to change their life
We are
with
shortly
Profirm,
expecting comments from
this is one
ECB's Villeroy.
opportunity this Profirm provides. That's why I have it consistently on my top banner. I don't even keep it on my dynamic banner below. It is a very, very good opportunity, guys. Day one and every day withdrawal. You make $500-400 every day, you withdraw every day. But the problem is greed and the fear that I'll blow this account. Now I have taken a drawdown, I cannot go slow, I have to quickly recover that loss, else let me blow this account. And then the vicious cycle repeats. Yeah, in evaluation they have at least 2-day trading requirement. You have to have your profit target reach in 2 days. That is only in evaluation, but in funded account there is no consistency rule. Anyway, guys, I'm going to trail tight now as we get 12:30. There is not much time left, but hopefully now get our VWAP. To be honest, I want 803.
12:40 p.m.
You
Eastern
know
Time.
my
We expect
midpoint.
comments from ECB's Nagel, who's giving a keynote at the American Chamber of Commerce New Year's
Obsession.
reception.
You know my obsessions for our weekly midpoints. But we'll see. I think VWAP is also going to be a good victory if we get that. Yeah, I think most likely we are going to get stopped out on a trail. So Apex, I think, has sent out one email that they are sending warning emails or they display on their dashboard. If you consistently break, they might remove your profit, or they might ask you to, like, explain your strategy, something like that. And repeated violation can create a ban also. That's what they emailed. But I think they give you sufficient warnings before. So good job, guys. Chat most of the time do get it right. They voted that VWAP will happen. 52% voted that. I am also long for that reason of VWAP. In fact, I am more exceptional. I want more above VWAP into 800 and 803. That will be my target. But I'm okay, guys. I'm okay to get stopped out now. We have achieved the full potential of this trade. Yeah, we are going to trail tight here. $45. Apex payout are good compared to, yeah, they have paid out most as compared to any other prop firm. The reason is because they allow 20 accounts, right? Because when they pay out from 20 accounts, the overall total is also going to be huge. So yeah, this is what we wanted, right? Even though we suffered many, down swings on 1, 2, 3 instances, but one big move is enough. We have been consistently long in this area, and one big move is enough, and it is going to pay off entire effort I have put since morning of staying long. And yeah, it's just now a matter of trailing and taking profit. Ideally I should exit here at VWAP, but my heart says let it go into 800. Mind says take profit at VWAP. Because it is holiday and market is about to close, I will take profit at VWAP. But if it was a normal day, I think I would have hang on to this to go into 800 and 803 area where Nasdaq turns green. 38 points more to go for Nasdaq to turn green. One big rally, one big green move is enough, and we got that one for today. Obviously we are going to finish very strong this session. No losing account, no losing trades. Just the wait was a bit longer. Alright guys, so I'll call it a day here. We almost got the VWAP. Even if the beauty about VWAP and moving averages, even if it goes down, at some point these moving averages will dip lower and someone opens the chart after market close or tomorrow, they will see that, oh my god, it rejected the VWAP. No, actually in reality VWAP was still away, but because price went down, the VWAP or moving averages is going to dip, and it is going to appear that at some point it tagged the VWAP and rejected. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed today's session. I'm obviously happy with my gains. Just the wait and the patience required was huge, but I think instead of flip-flopping, just
In 5
staying
minutes' time
consistent
now at
on one side of
12:40
the
p.m. Eastern Time, we get a
chart.
keynote speech from ECB's Nagel at the American Chamber of Commerce New Year's reception.
Yeah, instead of flip-flopping on a slow session, I prefer, like, especially we had this sell-off already done, right? In the morning when we open, we already had this selling done. It was just matter of surviving this bottoming process, and I knew, right, there will be couple of attempts made to get to the VWAP, right? On a lower volume, it is difficult to get a huge sell-off done. You don't have banks operational, you don't have trading flows, you don't have volume to get heavy selling done. So there is always a possibility of grind higher on a lower volume. And you can see, right, someone asked, do you think like sellers dominated today? I mean, the thing is, depend, if you are trading in the London session and the pre-market, yes, sellers dominated in the London and the pre-market. But since the open, I mean, we had fair share of pops here on the long side, and all I needed was one big pop, which we eventually got now. Yeah, I mean, both sides would have made money. My preference was buying the lows, selling into the midpoint or whatever, like at least top end of the range. Sellers dominated today, yes. Yeah, no doubt market is under pressure, and it is all instead of saying market is under pressure, it is mostly big tech. If you see here the state of the market, we'll go back to S&P 500. This is if you go back last 6 months, right, that's where we have seen, right, tech has really struggled. So 6-month performance, if you can see, right, in 6 months only Google has had good gains, but Nvidia is completely flat. Microsoft is actually down 24%. So big tech, Microsoft and Nvidia has done not much. Apple had recently rallied and still up only 9% in last 6 months. Tesla, Google are the only two exceptions. Amazon also down 14%, Meta down 18%. You can see, right, when the big tech struggles, the entire market can be sideways like this one. Otherwise, you can see it. Other areas like this consumer defense, Walmart, Costco, industrial, healthcare have nice rallies. Financials also like at least flat, not selling off crazily. Energy is up, utilities, everything was rotated into all other names. So, next few months, if that money rotated back into some of this big tech, yeah, we should get some new all-time highs at some point. Anyway, I'm a bit long bias trader. That was very obvious from your trading. But I try. If there is a good reason, if there is a catalyst, if there is a non-farm payroll, if there is a CPI report, if there is a Fed announcement, at least on those days, I don't try to get in front of those sell-off. I do join them on the sell side.
National oil company says that 3 vessels seized by India have no links to Iran.
But yeah, we always improve. Who knows? Maybe I'll get better in this department also. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Hope you enjoy rest of your afternoon. I have to take my kids out for family day holiday here in Canada. Hope you enjoy your President's Day holiday in US. See you back tomorrow morning, guys. Thanks and bye-bye.